Hello, leaders. So I'm keeping my word. I am still getting this video to you technically today because I haven't slept yet, even though it's 2:30. Sometimes you just run out of hours in the day, and so that looks like making a video in your bathroom at 2:30 in the morning. But I wanted to share with you guys something that has been really, really strong on my heart and something that I know is going to make all the difference in the world for you guys right now. So I wanted you to know that you are not alone, that if you are wanting to take back the crazy and amazing momentum that you have been experiencing for the past 3 months, that is within your grasp, okay? You are not a victim of your team. You do not have to sit on the sidelines and watch all your hard work crumble and say, well, I guess that was it. I guess we had amazing growth and energy and things were moving for a couple months and now it's done. Okay, because right now our team is sitting at about 1/4 of where it should be at, healthy and growing normal wise. So I know that it's not just in one area. I know everyone is feeling it across the board. And I want to tell you guys that you hold the keys in your hand. I can tell you this from personal experience. This is where it shows where your leadership actually lies, because leadership is one life influencing another. So you have the God-given power and authority to swing back into that same amazing momentum, but it is on you to do it. So I want to share with you guys tonight the 2 keys that you have in order to unlock that momentum and to get it back and take back this month. The first is responsibility. The second is deductive reasoning. Now, the first thing, remember we talk about this all the time, is that every name in your back office is your business, okay? You are not stepping on toes. You are not crossing lines. You are not going through boundaries that shouldn't be crossed by checking on people, by contacting sponsors when orders are glitching and not moving through, okay? This is your business. And guess what? Our comp plan's so amazing, you guys. You cannot benefit from this business without your downline and your teammates benefiting too. So anytime you go to a sponsor and say, hey, this order isn't going through, or hey, you helped change a life last month, but we didn't get their PCO turned on. So if we don't get that turned on, it's like it never existed. It's like they never joined us, because 1 month and 1 order does not count. It doesn't count for them. They don't see results, and it doesn't count for us. We don't get a paycheck. So do not be ashamed or afraid to stand firm and to take control of your business, okay? The second thing is when it comes to movement and motion, this is on you, not your upline, not the team plan for the month. It's on you. Hi, leaders. I'm keeping my word. I'm absolutely getting this video to you today. It's technically still today because I haven't slept yet, and I'm not sleeping until I get this info into your hands. Sometimes you just run out of hours in the day, and so then it looks like making videos in your bathroom at 2:30 a.m. But I'm not sleeping till it's done, so here it is. If you guys are wanting to unlock the secret to keeping momentum once you get it and creating it when you don't have it, I want you to know that God-given power and authority is in your hands, okay? You are not a victim of seasons in this business. You are not a victim of other people's schedules. You are not a victim of your team's commitment level, okay? You are the leader, and leadership means one thing. It is one life influencing another. So that means if you are the leader of your team, you have the ability and the influence to call them to arms, to spur them back to action. And I want to make sure that you guys are not missing out on that and thinking that you don't actually have the ability or the power or the know-how to do it. So here it comes. The 2 keys to getting that momentum and to keeping it, sustaining it, because you guys, I do not want us to settle, okay? This month, our team is sitting at about 1/4 of where we should be. And so that lets me know that everybody is experiencing this dead halt across the board, and it's not okay. And I want you guys to know you have the ability to fix it. You don't have to sit here and watch your hard work crumble. You don't have to sit here and watch the rug of attrition and those ugly white lines be pulled out from under you and lose all the hard ground you have fought and won. So here it is, the 2 keys that you will need to know. The first is responsibility. The second is deductive reasoning. So I want to give you guys a rundown of what that looks like. Okay, and this will let you know in your mind when you're listening which side of the tracks you fall on and where your leadership level is actually at right now. So if you are sitting right here the 15th of the month and you're going, dang, where did that go? Like, we were in crazy momentum. We were growing. Everything was amazing for the past couple months. We were exploding. And now what's happening? Dead halt. Maybe you've signed one person. Your team is barely adding anyone. And you're wondering what is there for you to do about it, right? So if that is how you're feeling and that is how you're thinking, and your mind immediately starts looking for reasons of why it's that way, that's not leadership. Okay? That is not thinking like a leader. If you are sitting here going, well, it could be Hurricane Irma, everybody just kind of freaked out for a little bit, people weren't working their business, they weren't wanting to do IPA, I'm sure it's everybody going back to school, last week we had a double bonus incentive from corporate, and now that's over, there's just really nothing going on, nothing to motivate people. You guys, that is not a leadership mindset, okay? This business always has been and always will be the best compensation plan in the market. If this isn't your promotional month, because last month we had loads of huge promotions, guess what? It still is your promotional month, because this month is the setup for next month's growth, okay? If you have people who are like, well, I didn't make it last month and I'm not even gonna go for it until next month or November, guess what? This is the time you should be busting your bums, okay? This is when the activity has to happen. If you are wanting to rank up again, or if you have teammates wanting to rank up in October and November, all of your activity has to double up and go down now in order for it to count for a promotion then, okay? We've got to remember that. We have to stay in that high intensity mindset. Remember, your team is a filtered version of you. If they don't know that you're doing your IPA, if they don't see the conversations you're having, if they don't know that you are doing follow-ups, they're not going to do them either. But here's where this deductive reasoning comes in. If you are looking for the reasons that people aren't working, what you're doing is making excuses for them. By coming up with all these reasons to make sense of why you don't have momentum, instead of looking for reasons that you can fix it and recreate it, that shows that you are not in a leadership mentality, but in a follower and accepting mentality, okay? That means your business is going to be moving backwards, in backwards motion, because just like we talked about on Tuesday, there is no pause button on this business. You are either moving the ball forward in momentum or you are rolling backwards in reverse momentum. And let me just tell you, reverse momentum sucks. Not only does it undo all of your hard work, but it makes it twice as hard to get out of that pattern, because it creates a very, very unhealthy and discouraging environment for your team, where everything will start to become and feel harder than it actually is. That goes for us and our teams. So we have to be super careful. Here's how you will know if you're in a leadership mindset. If your team isn't adding, the first thing you do is say, what do I need to do? How can I fix this? I need to be hitting all the marks, right? So you don't just get on your team thread and start talking to your team as a group and voice message everyone and say, hey guys, let's do it. Let's get back together. Let me know what I can do to help you guys. Okay, you can't just address them as a group. That's only one of the aces that you can mark. Okay, that's only one of the spots that you can mark off. The second thing you need to do is you need to be getting in deep with everyone individually and say, how are you doing? How can I help you make a plan for this month? What's happening? What's going on? What can I do? Tell me what has changed since last month. Is your IPA still the same? Are you still doing the same things that you were doing last month that resulted in a lot of growth and a lot of momentum and a lot of success? Ask them good questions. Find out what they're doing and what they're not doing. Are they stuck? Do they need you to look at their messages? Do they need help? Are they feeling unmotivated? Do they need to be reminded of their why? Do they really just need a swift kick in the rear end that lets them know we can't slow down now? Maybe they're new and they don't even know what the law of momentum is. Maybe they don't understand that if they stop now, that they're going to be moving backwards. Whatever it is, it's your job as the leader to find it and patch that leak before the water fills up your entire boat and your team starts sinking. Now, the next thing is that you do not have to wait on your upline. You do not have to wait for a plan. Okay? You do not have to wait on a plan. Okay, you have this amazing team page designed by Jules for you and at your disposal. But if we aren't running an incentive right now and your team needs an incentive, run an incentive. Okay, we are always mapping out long-term and big picture goals for you guys. But it's not so that you don't have to do anything. It's so that we are trying to take care of the big things for you so that you guys can fill in the gaps that your individual team needs. Only you know the needs of your team. Only you know the love languages of all your teammates. Do you need to be giving them more public recognition? Do you need to be giving them private words of affirmation? Do they need gifts from you? Do they need more coaching calls one-on-one with you? Find out what your team needs and fill their cup. Make sure they have everything they need in their pocket, all the tools that they need for success, for motivation, and your teams will shine, okay? Now, this doesn't mean turning your back on your upline and saying, well, I'm just not going to do Inflammation Challenge, or, well, I'm just not going to get on Zoom calls because I'm doing my own thing with my team because Abby said to. No, okay? This has been set up for you so that you will succeed. We do have one team page so that you don't have to worry about making Facebook posts all day, every day. So if you're stuck in Threads instead of doing your IPA, you're doing things that don't need to be done, okay? We have taken that load off your back. We have taken that burden from you. We are posting on the team page every day for you, not so that you can just sit back and watch your team succeed or fail, depending on chance and what they're doing, but so that you can dig deep one-on-one with them, and so that you can make sure that you are filling the gaps for your individual team, so that you can benefit from your upline's plans for you while also making sure to execute the plans of your own that you know that your team needs so desperately. So take responsibility for yourself and for your people, and then use that deductive reasoning, you guys. Find out what they're doing, what they're not doing, what you're not doing, what they can see, what they can't see. Find out what is missing, and let's salvage this month. You can do this. You have greatness within you, and you have everything that you need to do this and to go right to the top. I love you guys, and now I'm going to bed.